I'm Danielle with Flick Hospitality. As part of our December cookie swap, I'm making Liz's Italian 7-layer cookies. Even if you've never had these before, you're probably familiar with them. I feel like I see these cookies in bakeries all over the place this time of year. So our layers are a green, white, and red cake layer. So that's 3 layers. We'll have 1 layer of seedless raspberry jam, 1 layer of apricot jam, and then the top layer is melted chocolate. And actually the secret to Liz's family recipe is that their Italian 7-layer cookies only have 6 layers. To get us started, we'll go ahead and make our cake layers. In this mixing bowl, I have 2 sticks of margarine, 1 cup of sugar. I'll add 4 egg yolks. Make sure you save the egg whites for later. And 1 can of almond cake and pastry filling. I've actually never used this before or even seen it, but you could find it at most major retailers. It's in the baking aisle next to all of the canned pie fillings. And it's not what I expected. I thought it was gonna be creamy and white for some reason, but it's not. It's gooey. It smells like almond extract, which no surprise there. This is 2 cups of flour. Dump it in, and it says to mix this by hand with a wooden spoon specifically. Here are our egg whites. We're gonna beat these until soft peaks form, and that will be the last thing we add to our cake batter. One tip with the eggs is if you bring them to room temperature, they're much easier to separate the yolk from the white, and you'll also find it much easier, much quicker to stiffen up your egg whites. Now we're at the fun part. I went ahead and divided the cake batter up into 3 separate bowls. I put them in clear bowls so you could see really well. One of them will get 20 drops of red food coloring. One will get 12 drops of green food coloring. This one will stay as is. We'll mix them up, spread them evenly into our sheet pans, and pop them in the oven. So what you'll see me do next are final steps in our 6 or 7-layer cookie prep. I'm gonna start with the green cake at the bottom, spread it with raspberry jam, then I'll do the yellow or white cake, which is behind me. I'll spread that with apricot preserves. I'll top it with this red layer. I will cover it in saran wrap and then refrigerate it overnight. And while it's in the refrigerator, I'm gonna weigh it down with a heavy cutting board. It'll kind of condense the layers and make them stick together and give it that really dense, cakey quality. Welcome to day 2. I'm ready to put the finishing touches on my Italian 7-layer cookies. You need 6 ounces of melted chocolate. I used semi-sweet chocolate chips and melted them in this double boiler, or this makeshift double boiler. Using this method, you're just way less likely to burn your chocolate. I don't want to take that risk. And then I'm going to transfer the chocolate in a really thin layer on top of all of these cookie and jam layers. And then after it hardens slightly, it'll be ready to slice into bars or squares. And I'm going to package mine up and send it out to friends and family. I like these. And voila, Liz's 7-layer Italian cookies.